Now, I ain't a smart man, but just looking around in here, somebody came in really hot with my side by side. Look at these marks, right? You've been around a while. Look at these marks. Look at the skid marks from the front. That tells you how fast we could pull tape measure.
Still turn that direction.
Exactly.
But let me ask you.
Get over here, because I need both of y'all together. Because who's gonna lie and who's gonna tell the truth?
What do you mean, somebody?
Check. Check. No. Well, we might have to. So, after assessing the damage, we obviously bent this. It looks like we bent a lower ball joint and the lower control arm. And then, did we kill the upper?
Got some curvature.
It's getting expensive quick on that one. Hey, I shouldn't. Yeah, yep. Play stupid game, win stupid prizes, or something like that. I don't know how it's.
Just win a lot of money, but I used to say.
Okay.
Or lose a lot of money.
Lose a lot of money. Yeah, I definitely didn't do it intentionally. I didn't intentionally try to run over David. So, podcast will be going out this week with David actually, and huh? Yeah. Yeah, he was good about it. He's a good sport. So, I did a podcast with David right before we raced and everything. And I hated that we didn't talk about what we talked about after the podcast, because David's got a really cool story, life story and stuff away from racing that I wish we'd have captured for you guys, because it'd have made you a David Williamson fan for sure if you weren't already. But enough of that. We got a lot to do. Planning to race 4 nights this week. Weather pending, weather allowing. What else? What else is new, Mike?
I don't know, just trying to get this crate laid out the way.
Yeah, we're either going to win the points or lose the points real quick. We'll know in 2 more weeks.
Now we're starting to for that $100,000, son.
And you racing.
We know that.
Racing.
We know that.
Dude, I can't wait.
Are we still going to Floridian?
Oh yeah, y'all can prepare to see us as long as everything works out. First weekend in October, Florida. No, it's East Bay. East Bay's having one of their last races ever. Big UMP show, so we're gonna go down there for that. Go get some.
Showdown, boy. Last time you said you didn't have one.
I was a baby. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I enjoyed it down there. I'm looking forward to going back. Hate they're closing it down. So we'll do that. And then the end of November, we're going to go to Volusia. Big Molda racing. So that's the latest. We'll catch up with y'all in a minute. All right, so Uncle Rock is under the left front right now working on tearing it apart. And it appears that
You've destroyed the right.
I have destroyed this thing. Cross shaft is bent, but this is tweaked. Like this clamp is heading downhill. So a lot more damage than really I was expecting to find. But all of that matters, especially on this thing. Like the modified, you bend stuff a lot easier on the modified, but it's not as noticeable as the late model. Just that little bit messes up a lot. So we got to fix it all. So just got off the phone with Sam at MB, and he's got our parts headed this way. So we'll get her dolled up. Here's a camera, Mike. I know you was looking for it and was fixing to pick it up.
Let me see it. Y'all, come on. Come with me, Mike. Come on. Come, let me show you something. Rock, come on. No, we just gonna look in here real quick. Now, I ain't a smart man, but just looking around in here, somebody came in really hot with my side by side. Look at these marks, right? You've been around a while.
Whoa,
Look at these marks. Look at the skid marks from the front. That tells you how fast we could pull tape measure.
Still turn that direction.
Exactly.
But let me ask you.
Get over here, because I need both of y'all together. Because who's gonna lie and who's gonna tell the truth?
What do you mean,
I
somebody?
told you to take it slow.
Somebody. I don't know how to start that thing. That's just somebody. Is the right front tore
I
off
wasn't
of
even
it?
here.
It's a wonder it's not pushed
Right.
in.
I come in looking for a grinding disc to work on his crap, and I'm like, man, what happened here? And then I start looking at the skid marks. Man, the rate of speed, I just told Wayne the other day, as long as I've had this thing, I've probably never got it over 30 miles an hour, and they said it'll run 60. I'm going to say you was going more than 30 judging by the skid marks.
No, I'm gonna be honest now. Now that you caught me, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Mikey was standing in front of it in the way. I was coming in the door, and Mikey was standing up there, and I grabbed the brakes to stay off of him. And the same thing happened. It's like David Williamson all over again. I still ended up
Glad he's
hitting.
standing close to that door. when that
Rocky,
light-
apparently you witnessed what happened here.
No,
No?
But I can put two and two together.
So let's go back. So he hit the brakes. He stopped right here.
I see where
and
the
then
brake.
Mikey was up there. I'm telling you, David Williamson's story all over again. Mikey was up there. I hit the brakes to stay off of him, and I still hit him. And that's what's wrong with him right now. But
Negative.
but I picked him up and I said, "Don't let Mama Squirrel know, or you won't be allowed over here."
When are y'all gonna learn that dirt right there? All you have to do is
Yeah, I swear.
wiggle a little bit.
I
and
swear.
straighten the wheels
Yeah.
up.
And move this out of the way of that, where if I ever came in here, I could be like, I don't even know what that's from, but it's in the exact location where it came to a stop.
I didn't think.
Will it even run?
Well, to be fair, you hadn't been in this shop in a little over like
When you
6
get in.
months. You ain't been in here in like 6 months.
Because you know he didn't let
So
off
I
when he
figured
hit
this
the
would have
brake.
been like 2 years before you ever even seen this.
Wow.
Anyways,
He
so.
made a dog mess out of that
Hey,
slab
that
out there.
car's for sale.
All right, back to work. Thank you for being honest.
Finally.
Yeah.
Given a chance, I'd do it again.
What really happened, Mike?
So he hit the brakes out there, and he actually stopped right here. That's where his first stopping point was.
And then he gassed on it.
And then I'm standing right there. He gassed it, almost hit me. And then
So
he
this
braked
is
again.
actually spin out
that's
marks,
burnout.
and then he started sliding again.
Yeah.
He tried to get
Well,
you.
I
all right?
stopped it.
Are you okay?
I grabbed it right there, and I hung down.
There goes another light.
I was believing. I was fixing to check on your well-being, and then you had to throw that in there. I stopped it.
That's where it stopped. I grabbed it.
So he was still spinning, and you was holding him back. Right
Stop it. And that was it.
there. And I see. I think y'all both full of crap.
I wasn't driving.
I'm getting cameras out here, and I ain't worrying about what y'all
That
tell
would
me
have
no
been a
more.
good one. That would have been a good one to see.
I would have left the tires in the
Yeah, they're just not very smart, right? Not very smart. Or maybe they are. Anyway, back to work.
What brings you in here?
So we have a repair to make. I don't know if you can see that indention right there. It's pretty deep, and where this clamp goes, bolts on here. It had it, instead of standing up true, it had it leaned down like that. And y'all had found that cross brace was bent on the A-arm. So what we're gonna do to repair it, the proper thing to do would be to cut the whole tube out and fix it, but we're not capable of doing that
Proper,
here.
huh?
I don't even have this tubing. So what we're gonna do to fix it, to repair it, we're gonna weld this divot up right here, and we're gonna keep a straight edge on it and just keep sanding her down until we get it back right, and we welding it up is what we're doing. And then we put the clamp back on, it'll be level, and that'll be that.
And then this weekend we ain't gonna hit nobody.
We'll keep off of people, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Don't run over nobody.
Nobody.
There we go.
Yep. I blame it on Mike. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I blame it on you. What signal were you giving me when the caution came out?
But it's going to be rough. That's all I said.
He was taking the two fault. Show me again.
It's going to be rough. Everybody
He was giving me that right there. What does that mean in your eyes?
Rough. Get it. It's going to be rough. Get it. Did we come to run second?
No,
Came to win it.
we did, but that signal right there told me
Rushing over.
no.
Yeah. Well, that's what you did. It's on video. Plain as day.
Hey, is that video from Outlaw? Yeah. Do you have a
stayed in
video
the
of
fuel.
that?
You stayed in the fuel.
You did too. Well, you were off the fuel, but you had already
stayed
brought
in
it
the
in so
fuel. You
deep.
wrecked it.
I'm gonna put
You tried to wreck the
picture
voice
inserted
later. You
right
tried to
here
wreck
of
the
Mikey,
voice later.
4 wheels
You
up
tried to wreck the voice
in the
later.
concrete. Did it hurt your feelings or your hand? I don't remember.
Oh,
Don't
Yeah,
pretend
yeah,
like it
well,
didn't happen. It
good.
happened. It
It
happened.
happened Saturday.
No, totally
You
different.
wrecked it.
Totally
You
different.
wrecked it.
And you tried to wreck the wall. You tried to see how far.
That's enough. Haters gonna hate.
You tried to push the wall
Haters
into the
gonna hate.
pits.
Haters gonna hate.
Alright, so Papa Squirrel got us fixed up on the right front. What you working
Chase
on,
just
buddy?
got out here.
I did. I've been
Yeah.
working on podcast stuff.
He just got out of bed.
Yep, sure enough.
He just got out of bed.
What have you done? What have you done in the
What
2
haven't I
hours
done?
you've been here?
I flipped 12 tires.
I see
I put
4.
2 radiators in
You
there.
about-
Took the seat
you
out,
lazy
washed
up.
it, put it back in.
It's about what our weekly maintenance looks like.
Yeah, it is.
You get the dirt out of the cockpit that's under the seat while you use that.
What's next? Can't do it all.
You got to replace them hockey pucks too every 3 to 4 nights, or I can't fill the race car.
Traction
correctly.
control's still in it. You gotta take it out.
Yep,
Clean
you
it.
gotta unplug it and put dielectric grease on the wires so that we get a good connection.
Okay. Gotta check the breaker because they obviously weren't working. You jumped that. I'm up.
It's a good joke.
Let's keep running.
It's a good joke.
Let's keep rolling. Gonna pour a motor out this thing?
I think we should rebuild it right here.
Really?
I've seen videos of people doing it. I think we can do it.
Me too. If your coolant ain't green, you probably need to.
You're running lean.
Yeah. I checked the steering rack and all that. I think that's called.
Rack and pinion.
Yeah, the rack and pinion. Steering rack.
Steering
I'm gonna
rack.
stick
The
with it.
steering rack.
Yeah, it's good. I sat in there. with the
So,
steering wheel.
what do you have over there? What are you fixing pour in?
Don't look at that. It's disgusting. Maxima coolant, not sponsored.
But it works. It does work.
Well,
It is worth buying.
I run pressed stone in my stuff.
Who?
Pressed stone.
Press stone?
Isn't that what it is?
You barely make
if
it
I
over
spill
there.
this, cut it out, pop squirrel. Slow and steady.
Steady hand.
So we usually let this coolant sit out in the sun for at least 24 hours. And that gets all the bacteria out.
Yeah, and then you flush it. You wash the bacteria out of the
Or
cooler.
does heat grow bacteria? I think it grows bacteria. I know whenever you're throwing meat out, you do it with cold water instead of hot because of bacteria. That's a fact. I swear.
I just learned something.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Ex-mama squirrel.
Okay.
Alright. Tell them something about racing. They don't want to talk about
Man,
food.
there's nothing to talk about. I mean,
how many days we racing this week?
we're going to race 4 nights. We're going to race 4 nights.
Been a minute since we did that.
Yeah, especially down here. I don't think that's ever been done down here.
But
For me, at least.
you don't know Dasper?
Let's hear about him. Let's hear about him, Mike.
He's a wheel man.
He is.
He's a man.
Sure enough, shot guy too. Shot guru.
Oh.
Suspension guru. So, anyways, Friday night, Hattiesburg Speedway. Saturday night, Jackson, hopefully. And then Sunday, the Mag. Monday, Pine Ridge.
I want to win at least one of them.
Yeah, well, no, we're trying to win more than one of them. We got to make sure that the 28 car doesn't get any more. Just without reckoning this time. That was terrible. I still don't even know what I was doing right there.
More from the 45 camp.
Yeah. Say that again. No remorse in the 45 camp.
Yeah.
What stick were you giving me again? You already showed it. Let's see it again.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
Under
exactly.
caution, it was this. And that means bob and weed. 'Cause
No,
you was in the
yeah,
back.
no, but before that happened,
Line up. Get with him.
I can't imagine. Like I said, if I look up at somebody else's stick guy, because I do that, I look at other people's stick guy under caution and see what they're saying. If I saw David Williamson's guy giving him that, I'd be concerned. I'd be worried.
I was watching his stick. I was waiting on him to drive past, and then I was trying to give you a signal, trying to be sneaky, because I saw him looking. I think. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Man, his stick guy was like locking arms.
Yeah, I know.
He saw everything.
Yeah, y'all was giving him the gap for sure right there at the end of the race. He had it stretched out. You was holding the stick on one side, and he was holding,
Yeah.
that's how big of a gap he had on everybody.
That stick guy did move him up, though.
Yeah.
And I backed away from the fence, dude. That track's something else.
All right.
All
Catch
right,
up later.
all right. Well, yeah.
All right, what's up, Mike?
Oh, no.
Another day.
Another Thursday, and all our junk's here.
Finally.
We're supposed to be ready to go tonight.
My bad, man. My bad.
It's all right.
But at least it finally came. So finally got packages in. Got a lot of work to do. Obviously, we tore a lot of stuff up last weekend. Mikey's got our stuff pulled apart right here, fixing to go back together. But and then another thing, huge shout out to Mr. Jason Nicest Motorsports for purchasing the parts to replace what was damaged on this thing. But that's what I will say about this, and I'm not necessarily complaining because we signed up for this. But the problem is when you start getting super serious in crate race, in any sort of race, and when you're racing for points and stuff, it's like, that's a little tweaked, but we can run it. Well, now we're points racing, and we're like, we don't want to have a weekend where we run second or third, and we're like, if we just would have fixed that, what if it was that? What about Chiat, Mike? Nice stuff, huh?
Keep rolling, yeah. So we don't like bits.
We'll get to that. So, that's the problem is like you see little things, little problems on your race car, and maybe it's not necessarily a problem, but it's just not what it was when it was brand new. So you're constantly spending the money, purchasing this, purchasing that. So it becomes one of those things. I don't want to take advantage of Mr. Jason Nice. He's been really, really good to us. He's bought us several tires, bought us all the equipment we needed and stuff to go and race. However, when we have a weekend like we've had, and then per consumables, what we're going through every weekend, I don't want to take advantage of him. So with that being said, CHR purchased all of this thanks to you guys, you awesome viewers. We bought some wheels and stuff because we bent a couple. We've had a couple that were questionable. So again, with us racing for points, the best right now. We don't want any regrets at the end of it. And again, shout out to Mr. Jason for everything he does for us. Dude, those are nice. Those are really nice. And that's the other thing. I purchased several different wheels for the late model, trying to figure out the modified. The best you can get is Bassett, hands down. Bassett's the best thing ever. I won't run anything other than a Bassett wheel on my modified program. The late model, I feel like a Weld wheel is pretty good. No real big complaints with it, but again, just trying to figure out what's best, what's better. This is a 3-piece wheel, so if this piece bends, you order just this piece to replace it, opposed to junking the entire wheel. The problem with it, though, is it's like half a pound heavier. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's crate racing, so again, that matters. But we're trying to figure that out. But yeah, like I said, shout out to all the great sponsors on the side of this race car that make it go. Points racing is a lot more demanding than a lot of people realize, because like I said, it's not just the stuff that you tear up, but it's the stuff that you say, hey, we need to tag this out. It's time to service it so that we have nothing but the best.
And to learn more about how it is to points race, make sure you got the CHR podcast.
There you go.
To learn more from past champions.
Exactly. So the past 2 podcasts that we put out, episode 2 and 3, are about last year's winner, Chase Cooper. He came on. And then the third podcast was David Williamson. And I recorded the podcast with him trackside before I decided to run over him. So, again, that's either way. Y'all check that out, our new podcast. You can watch the video portion of it on YouTube right here on our channel. Just scroll through and you can find it. It's Off the Gas and On the Mic with Chase Holland. And then if you just want to listen to the audio when you're driving down the road, doing whatever you do, going about your day, you can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and some other sites. So y'all check that out. Let us know who you'd like to hear on our podcast. Like, I don't want it to be all racing, but that's kind of where I have the most connections, and I can bring pretty interesting people in. But if there's somebody you'd like to hear on a podcast, and they don't have to be racing related, but let us know. So again, we got to get after it.
What's going on, everybody? It is Friday afternoon. What time is it? Come on, clock. 4:09. And Chase had all plans and intentions on leaving here at 1 o'clock today. He has not left. His rig is out there. His trailer's out there. Obviously, the late model's in it. All the tools are loaded up. 4-wheelers are in there. But he is at home. Hattiesburg canceled. That was option number 1 that we were planning on going. And then option number 2 was Jackson was running a Friday-Saturday night show, and we were going to skip the Friday night, run Hattiesburg, then go fall in on the rear Saturday. Jackson canceled their Friday night show as well. Rain is what it is, in case y'all didn't know. Man, it feels like a tropical system moving in. Like, I was down at her store in Gulfport, which is just about probably 3 miles off the coast down there. And, man, it was real humid, and just the clouds rolling in looked really weird, and the rain, and it just had a tropical feel, like something was going on with that. So, anyhow, when that kind of stuff happens, these little storms pop up. And it's rained out Hattiesburg. It's rained out Jackson for tonight. Saturday night, our options are, of course, Jackson to fall in on the rear. We could run deep south in Loxley, Alabama, but their forecast, they're on the coast over in Alabama, so their forecast is not very good. Jackson's forecast don't look very good either, and they're trying to cram a 2-night show into 1 night now. So, it don't look good on the weather there. And then the other Saturday night option, I believe, was Pine Ridge in Guntown, Mississippi, which is actually about 5 hours from here. So hadn't looked at their weather forecast yet, but that might be our only option for racing Saturday night. And then Sunday, they are racing at the MAG, and I think Chase told me they're also racing at Talladega Short Track Sunday. So it's frustrating. He's up in his feelings about it, but there's nothing we can do about the weather. That's just what it is. We got to do what's smart as far as financially, and we also have to be smart about points racing because we don't have much time left. So, and Baton Rouge was the other place which we wouldn't have went and raced there, but our competition would have went to Baton Rouge, and they rained out as well. So, with all that said, I'll have to get back with you on what we're doing for racing this weekend. But they got the car ready, went through everything, got all the new parts in, the stuff they bent and tore up, and got her back together. So we shall see where we're going. So that's that. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but Chase is doing a new podcast. It's called Off the Gas and On the Mic with Chase Holland. I think it's a really interesting little deal that he's got going on. He's put 3 of them out so far. They're on YouTube, but they're also on Spotify, Apple Podcast Radio, I think is what it's called, iHeart Radio, and somewhere else, I forget, Pandora. So you look up Off the Gas and On the Mic with Chase Holland, and you can find us there. Like I said, really cool little thing. It's free to watch. There's no subscription or anything like that, and we're excited about that little venture. So y'all check it out. Let us know what you think, and like I said, we'll update you as soon as we know what we're doing. Later. What's going on, everybody? It is Saturday around 1:30. I got Ruby in here with me. I'm going to drop her off at the store with Adrian, and I'm picking Avery up. Avery's down there working, and we're headed to Pine Ridge in Guntown, Mississippi. We've been watching the weather. Jackson rained out today as well. You know, they rained out last night. They canceled today, which was smart on their part. There's still a 50-something% chance of rain right at 6 o'clock up there where we're headed. Chase is about an hour and a half gone, headed that way. About a 4.5-hour, 5-hour trip. And looks like there's going to be a packed house of 604s up there racing tonight since Jackson rained out. We're going to try to get that race in, and then we're going to try to run tomorrow, Sunday, at Columbus at the Mag. So, I wasn't going to take my motor home, but since Avery had to work and I couldn't leave with Chase, or we couldn't leave with Chase, I went ahead and just threw a bag over my window. We got a window coming for this thing. That ended up being an even bigger mess because all my groceries got ruined in there because they were supposed to keep my motor home plugged in. That was the agreement when I brought it. I told them that I had a refrigerator full and it needed to stay plugged in, and they told me no problem. But they left it unplugged with no generator running for I don't know how long. Didn't tell me. So when we got it back, we were looking in the freezer and everything was frozen. But when I dug down in there, all of my meat had thawed out, bled out in my freezer, and refroze. So I'm glad we checked before we just started eating stuff out of there. So it's just been a big mess. But anyway, should have a window for this thing. Hopefully early next week we got it ordered and it should be here. So be glad to get my stuff back right. So anyway, rolling out. We'll see y'all at Pine Ridge Speedway later. What's going on, everybody? Y'all gonna get tired of seeing me before we finally get to a racetrack. So we headed north to Pine Ridge. Chase is about 2 hours ahead of us, maybe 3. I traded Ruby for Avery. We came to Walmart to restock the refrigerator since it's emptied out. Grabbed a few things we needed, and while we were in there, we got a notification that Pine Ridge rained out. So now Chase has turned around, headed back to Loxley, Alabama, to Deep South Speedway. So that's where we're about to head to right now. We're in Wiggins, Mississippi. So we're probably roughly about 2 hours away. Chase is close to 4 hours away probably from there. So he's on his way and we're going to meet him there. So here we go. We should make it there just in time Got to roll. We'll see y'all. Hopefully we get to race tonight. It's still Saturday, but this has been a exciting excursion so far. So here we go. Honey Boo Boo's birthday. Woo woo. You want to go see Mama? Come on. Oh yeah. Birthday girl. Birthday girl. All right, we are at Deep South Speedway. Beautiful sunset over here. We just arrived. It is 7:30 p.m. Mikey's getting after it. Rocky's getting after it. Place is packed. Ready? We ready?
20 late models.
Go! 80 entries, 20 late models. Doing the shuffle here, son. Woo! Yeah, it's beautiful, Rock. It's beautiful.
Once again, street stock car. When you do 24.
So apparently,
Ready to go.
they calling them street stocks, modifieds. Let's go. Yeah. These guys ain't been here much longer. They just got here right before we got here. But the good thing, there's no precipitation falling out the sky here. One of the only places around that we can say that. So here we go. Right, Mike? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, and look who else we got. Long time no see. I ain't seen her in a long time. What's up?
Oh, nothing.
You feeding honey? Oh,
Oh, you
sweet
so
dog.
pretty.
Birthday girl, birthday
So
girl,
pretty.
birthday girl. All right, so anyway, we're about to roll out, so here we go.